All right, so you guys are wanting to paint your own airsoft mags, and maybe you want to weather it. Well, in this video, I'm going to take an airsoft magazine that's originally black, and I'm going to turn it into something like this, different color, but it's going to be weathered, and I'll give you guys step-by-step detail of how I achieved a weathered look on an airsoft mag. Never mind my garage, guys, it's a mess. And I'm in the middle of getting it all cleaned and organized. But let's get started anyway. Here's the mag of choice that I'm going to paint today. So you'll take your airsoft rifle, gun, whatever you have, and you'll take the magazine that you're going to paint, place it inside the lower receiver first. And then what I do is I take a utility knife and you'll score a little line around the whole perimeter of the mag. That way you don't paint up too far, because if you paint up too far, like this one, if I didn't paint that so that it slides up into your lower receiver just fine. If you coated it with paint, it probably wouldn't go up very good. All right, so take the magazine out. Take some blue painter's tape. And that line that you scored around the magazine, that is what is going to get taped. All right, it's all taped up. Right there you can see it's all taped up. Top of it, so no paint gets on there. And from here down, it'll all be painted. All right, so after it's taped, you'll take a little piece of sandpaper, this is 320 grit, 3M, and you'll just lightly scratch the surface. That way the paint sticks to it and adheres properly. It doesn't have to be perfect, in my experience anyway. Like I said, this is a weathered look, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Now, if you were painting a magazine that was totally clean, no weathered look at all, it would be a little different. But I do not care if it's going to look scratchy or anything like that. All right, blow any dust off of it. My color of choice is going to be orange, but you want to put a coat of primer white on it. That way the orange sticks out and it is very vibrant. If you just took this orange and sprayed it on top of the black, yes, it would be orange, but it would be more of a darker orange, if that makes sense. So the white will give it that contrast, that bright, vibrant look. Shake it up real good. Obviously, this is Rust-Oleum white primer. I'm just doing a thin coat. This stuff dries extremely quick, so you can put on a coat pretty quick. I got some makeshift experimental pieces here to put this together so that it doesn't fall. All right, we are going to let this dry a little bit and then we'll start putting on the orange. All right, now we're going to apply the orange. All right, orange is done. I put it on pretty thick, so I'm going to let this semi-dry. And then I'm going to apply a third coat, which would be the clear coat. And I'll share with you guys when I come back why I do a clear coat after the base coat if we're going to still weather it. All right, the orange coat is semi-dry. So now I'm going to put a coat of clear over it. The reason I'm putting this clear over it while it's semi-dry is so that it'll have a reaction with the coat that's not 100% dry, and it'll cause like a crackle effect. So that's what I'm aiming for on this. So I'm using matte clear Rust-Oleum. And I put it on pretty heavy so that I have a greater chance of it reacting with the orange that's on it. All right, we're going to leave it like that, let it dry real good. When I come back, I'll show you what it looks like up close, and hopefully it'll have that crackle effect that I want. All right, you can see here that it did give a little bit of a chemical reaction, which is great. That's what I want, these little smudges. When I weather it, that stuff will pop. So yes, that's what I wanted. It could have been a little more of an effect. Now, if I would have put this into like next to a radiant heater, it probably would have caused it to crackle a little better, a little more, but this will work. All right, so to achieve the weathered look that I like, that I do, there's different techniques out there, but the one I like is using a Rust-Oleum chalk black paint. You can see right here, it is chalk, and the reason for the chalk is that you can sand it away easier than regular black paint. So there's no specific way to put this on. If you guys want it a little heavier in some areas, lighter in some, it's whatever you want to do. So I just lightly mist it, put some areas, a couple little blobs heavy on it. And then when it's all said and done, I'll sand a little bit of it off, and we'll get us that weathered look that I always like. See, I'm just blobbing it. Then on the corner, I'll put it a little heavier on the corners. Now the areas that I showed that it had blobs, I'll put a heavy coat of, I'll put a spot of black on that. Sally, get out of there. Get out of there. All right, so there it is. I will bring it here to the camera so that you guys can see what I did. Oh, I missed a little spot right here. All right. So the weathering technique you can see is extremely easy. Not rocket science, obviously. And where the clear coat reacted with the orange right there, that's what I want. That's what I want. That's perfect. And when this dries, I will take some sandpaper and I'll just kind of rough the edges up. And that polyurethane that I put on underneath this black, that will protect the orange from sanding down to the black plastic mag. All right, guys, I'll see you in a bit when I come back. All right, so here it is. The black chalk paint is all dry. So I'm gonna do some sanding on it, rough it up a little bit to give it that final weathered look. So you'll take your 320 grit sandpaper and you'll just go along the edges and just lightly sand off the black chalk. Just kind of now you can sand on this as much as you want. If you get a bunch of it sanded and you're like, you know what, I could use a little more weathering, just keep on sanding. So here it is, all weathered. You got that true weather effect. So now I'm going to coat it with a polyurethane. Now I will say, for my gun, my MGC4, I used an automobile clear coat that comes with a hardener. This time I'm just using the Rust-Oleum clear, but that other stuff's 40 bucks a gallon, so I didn't want to spend 40 bucks just to paint this mag when I don't have a whole gun and everything to go with it. So I'm just using this, which is more than acceptable. It's just not as hard as a finish like I wanted with my gun. So now we'll do a clear. All right. And there it is with the clear coat on it. Rustic, that old weathered look there. Now you can apply how many ever coats you want of this stuff, but normally one good thick coat is good, but sometimes I'll put a second coat on it. And there it is, guys, with the tape pulled off. The clean part with the tape all pulled off, all finished up, ready to go. All right, guys, so that's it. That is how I paint and how I do my weathered effects on all of my airsoft gear. And you can do any color, any style, but that's it, guys. I appreciate you guys watching this. Any questions at all, drop a comment, let me know, and I'll try to help you as much as I can.